more. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. Senator, the demographics change. Well, let me ask you a first question. How is it that Joe Biden, we played that tape of Joe Biden and the things he said, you ain't black, and, you know, they're going to put you all back in chains.
Back in chains.
Me, the worst thing is...
Disgusting comments.
The thing that is the most unbelievable to me, and if it were a Republican, it probably would be career killing, which is him partnering with his friend and mentor, a former Klansman, to stop the integration of public schools and busing. Even Kamala Harris criticized him for that in that presidential primary debate in 2020. I was that girl, I believe she said. And because he didn't want public schools, his words, to be racial jungles. Am I like the only one in the country that dares to bring this up and ask incredulously, why doesn't anyone care about that?
You know they're not playing that on CNN. You know they're not playing it on MSNBC. They are not sharing the truth of who Joe Biden has always been. We should run commercial after commercial with Kamala Harris telling Joe Biden what he did in the 60s. And in addition to that, we should make sure that his words of the jungle, what a disgusting reflection on who he is. I will say this without any question. Jobs and justice are moving more black folks towards Donald Trump because we want fairness. And what we hear from Joe Biden over and over again is a pandering tour. But you're 100% right. To associate with a racist, a KKK member, and to celebrate it, you can only do that when all of the national media goes dark. They won't cover any negative news on Joe Biden.
Let's look at this. Donald Trump didn't win Nevada in 16 and 20. He's up by 13. New York Times. Then you look at Arizona, up by 7. Then you look at Michigan, up by 7. Then you look at Georgia, up by 10. Then you look at Pennsylvania, up by 3. Down by 2 in Wisconsin. Okay. So that is huge. But what's interesting is every poll is showing the same thing, that Joe Biden's base, his coalition base in the Democratic Party, he's losing African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and young people. How do you interpret that? Why is that happening?
The coalition is imploding. The literal floor is being broken up because now they have the contrast between Joe Biden's years in office and Donald Trump's years in office. And you look at two categories. I just said it a second ago. Jobs. Joe Biden has destroyed, devastated the black community with inflation and joblessness. African-American unemployment is now 6.4% and still climbing. But the only thing higher than that is inflation. Today, it costs you 40% more money to put gas in the car, 30% for food on your table, 25% for energy for your home. Those numbers are devastating for single moms and people working paycheck to paycheck, especially in the black community where you have a high concentration of poverty. But that's true in every community. The second truth is we as a nation, and our DNA is fairness. Alvin Bragg has made an in-kind contribution to the Democratic National Party for one reason, to beat Donald Trump. And he's paying for it at the expense to New York taxpayers. Everyday Americans, and I believe African Americans specifically, are saying a two-tier justice system, weaponizing justice against a former president, if they'll do that to him, what will they not do to me? Those two issues are driving millennials, African Americans, white folks, Hispanics, Asians, all to look at Donald Trump and his 4 years in office. And they're saying the same thing you and I would say, Sean. The border was closed, the economy was strong, inflation was low, enthusiasm was high, law and order everywhere, crime and violence nowhere, comparatively speaking, to what we see today. It's an easy conclusion on why Joe Biden is sinking in the polls and Donald Trump seems to be on a springboard. It's pretty remarkable.
All right, Senator, say hi to our mutual friends when you see them. Appreciate you being with us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.